So as you may have guessed, the only reason I'm making these videos is I want to get 3 in a row on the same day that all end at exactly the 22-minute mark. I think today I have a really good shot at it. I don't know how close I was with the first 2. I think I nailed it. I think I hit 22 minutes exactly, but I don't know. This is episode 3, by the way. This is Monday, February 13th, 2023. I got my full Garfield going. Hate Mondays. Well, not my full Garfield. I don't have any lasagna. But I did have goulash, which is kind of like a deconstructed lasagna, minus the good cheeses. So it's coming off the weekend, so I had lots of good content for the first 22 minutes. Second 22 minutes, I think I just rehashed the stuff that I said in the first 22 minutes. Went into depth on the whole intermittent fasting, and you watched me make a weird decision in my head about what days I was going to fast. Something a normal person would just say, this is what I'm going to do. Now, I had to talk it out with you guys. And now this is episode 3. So I've covered everything I did over the weekend. Well, not everything. But the majority of what I spent my time doing over the weekend, like the football game, all that stuff's already been discussed. So literally nothing left, but I still want to do 3 a day. I'm going to keep making 3 a day until someone stops me. And it's unfortunate if you're the one that has to watch these and timestamp them, like point out content or even edit them, because most of these are vast wastes of time. At some point, I will have some free time, and I will edit these down, because there is actually no point in having the full 22 minutes. I did break them into their own chunklets, though, because I was my dummy self thought it would be easy to just, start and stop the content in one video, but it's not. It's actually very difficult to keep track of time. It's easier when you know you have to stop, do a physical hard stop at the 22-minute mark. If you're doing an hour and a half or 66 minutes, initially I was doing an hour and a half, so I was trying to break it into 20-minute segments where I'd stop talking after 20 minutes and then start talking again, under the thinking that I would find time to actually break them up. But I knew I would upload them as an hour, and later on I might go. There's no point in going back to them because there's nothing I'm really talking about yet. So if we ever got into that groove where I was posting, like, I don't know, actionable content, not actionable, but like actual helpful tips, instructions on how to do something, my actual thoughts on things, then they would be worth editing down for content and remove, like if it's something I'm passionate about, remove all the expletives, because I know sometimes the fella, the unfortunate fella that watches this, he has little kids, and they don't like them to be exposed to bad words, which I don't normally do. Like when I'm around kids, other people's kids. My kid, I talk like a sailor. She's got a worse mouth than me. It's unbelievable. Bad parenting. But around other people's kids, I do try to limit the use of the expletives. Maybe one day I'll start hitting that button that says it is for kids. I don't know if that means it's directed at kids, or I think that's what it means. I think it's probably content that's directed at kids as opposed to being kid friendly. And I can't imagine. I guess I could make a kid, like I could tell cute little rabbit stories on my way to work. But who wants to watch a creepy old man in a car recite rabbit stories? Oh, can we watch the creepy man tell us about the rabbits? No, you can't. He's a creepy old man. back to the coffee. Not the worst coffee in the world. By far not the worst coffee in the world. That's not even saying anything. I think I've got the same issue that I had with Midnight Black. Like every day, there are ever so slight flavor differences in the coffee. This is the regular. I did Midnight Black for 4 days in a row. Every day it seems slightly different. It could be a psychological thing. I'm thinking about it too much. I don't know if it has anything to do with being Monday and like maybe they clean or don't clean their machines on the weekend. I have no idea. But anyway, it doesn't taste dirty. What I'm saying is it tastes light. Like sometimes how I describe Wawa coffee, it's like it's water. It's coffee flavored water. I can't think of how to explain that. I know coffee is coffee flavored water, but it's like there's a difference. You can taste the water and the coffee. It's not a cohesive mixture. There's something separating it. Is there an analogy? Like there's something. I forget what it is. There's a drink. There's a drink you drink. I don't know if it's a shot or if it's a health tonic. It's something you drink. Usually you do it in a shot glass because you're not supposed to drink a lot of it. I think it might be apple cider vinegar with olive oil on top. It's something like that. And when you drink it, it's, you know how the things, they're separate. Like how, like I'm saying, this is a cup of coffee and there's also some weak water in it, like weak coffee water. It's kind of the same thing when you drink the, was it? I haven't had it in years. I remember I used to drink some weird stuff when I was younger, like early morning wake up juice. Like I'd drink a shot glass of Tabasco sauce with a cherry pepper in it, or I'd eat the cherry pepper and drink some. I like spicy things. In case I hadn't covered that already. Then I was doing a shot of apple cider vinegar with horseradish in it. Horseradish is supposedly very good for you. I used to eat a forkful of it every morning. I keep running out of horseradish though, and I never think to buy it. You got to be careful. Buy the actual horseradish, not the everything has a fake version that's full of corn syrup and just fake ingredients. I know I've been talking about making coffee at home and bringing it into work because $3.19 a day for a cup of coffee is a little bit ridiculous. It's a lot ridiculous, really. But I need coffee, and it's convenient. Paying for convenience, but I could make my own coffee at home. And we get into the whole conversation about like the coffee I make at home is actually worse than the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I don't know why. I've actually tried Dunkin' Donuts beans. Maybe I'll try it again. Like right now, the coffee I have at home, like I've already said, it's pretty terrible. I don't want to throw it away because I don't want to waste it. I've been trying to get through it. I mean, like, so I made like I explained earlier, the breakfast I made yesterday was terrible. Made up for it with dinner, but that's mostly my wife's doing. Even though she doesn't want goulash, we made goulash, which was mostly her doing, and it was delicious. But breakfast was terrible. I made crappy hash browns, like I said earlier, and I made an egg and beef omelet, which didn't really taste great. I don't know what I did wrong. How could you go wrong? It's eggs, it's beef, it's onions. I think the carrots are what really screwed it up. I think I shouldn't have thrown carrots in it. I think that's what killed it. I think if I would have just omitted carrots and maybe just added some garlic instead. Like real garlic. I did put garlic powder in it, but I've got tons of real garlic. Why am I not using real garlic? Why? my daughter has picked up a lot of my habits. I infect people. Like I've said this in a previous video, but I make this, it's not really a joke, it's, I eat onions, I like onions, so whenever I'm making food, my wife has suddenly developed a sensitivity to onions, so I try not to put too much onion in the food. I try to replace it with things like leeks, or if I need the crunch factor, celery mixed with something else. But anyway, when I do put onions into stuff, I'll maybe I won't use a whole onion, so I'll put an onion in the fridge, and I call it a snacking onion because I will snack on it. Like I'll pull layers off and just eat them like potato chips. And now my daughter does that too, which is, it's creepy when you see someone else doing it. And but yeah, she has the same tastes as me. She's not as brave an eater as I was as a kid. Like I would try absolutely everything. The weirder the food, the more likely I was to try it. I love trying new things. My daughter, not so much. She's like, chicken nuggets is her main staple. Still, I couldn't even get her to, like, she'll taste, like, which is a shame, because I make, like, she'll eat steak. Like if I make steak for dinner, if I do chicken or pork chops, things like that, she'll eat those main staples. But if it's anything else, she's not interested at all. She'd rather have nuggets, and if she doesn't like making them, she makes my wife make them, which is terrible. Like when she asks me to make them, I make them in the oven, which makes her angry. And I'm like, they're gross when you put them in the microwave. They're soggy. Like, have crispy nuggets. I like them the other way. Like, I don't care. Like, it's terrible. Like, it's like people know what they like. I don't think she likes them. I could be wrong. I don't think she likes them in the microwave. She likes the fact that they're fast in the microwave. She's hungry now. She wants food now. She doesn't want to wait the extra couple minutes it takes to warm them up in the oven. But they're so much better when they come out of the oven. They're crispy and all that jazz. So, but yeah, even microwaving them, she won't do it herself. She wants someone to make them for her. I wish she had gotten that from me. The like of trying different foods. She does much better for lunch. I mean, she takes like celery or broccoli and applesauce and all that other stuff. I forgot to grab an applesauce too. I don't always eat everything that's in my lunch bag. The things that usually go uneaten are the applesauce, the avocado, the avocado just because it's a pain. Like I think it's a good idea to take a whole avocado to work. It's not a good idea to take a whole avocado to work. It's a lot of work to eat an avocado, and you have to eat the whole thing because you can't package half an avocado and take it back home without refrigeration. Even with refrigeration, like once you cut it open, like the clock is really ticking. The last avocado that I had in my bag suffered a horrible demise. The bag fell over this weekend, and it was already like all soft and squishy from being banged around in my bag, but it got crushed. I opened my bag and it was busted open. It's weird. Like, we buy avocados. Sometimes we go through them very quickly. Sometimes, like especially on the weekend, avocado toast is surprisingly good. But during the week, they don't get much love. And I would not be surprised if the avocado I have with me is bad. But I'll find out if I ever open it. So if you're wondering if I'm going to buy pretzels today, the answer is no. The opportunity to do that passed 7 minutes ago. I am just noticing how late it is. I have about 20 minutes to get to work. I'll make it, but it's going to be one of those days where it's like, I hate, especially a Monday, Like, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to have time to get there, but I'll have my computer up and running at the same time people just start coming into my office to ask me questions. It takes me about 10 minutes to run my morning reports to get me ready for the day, and I won't have had that done when people start coming in, which means I'll have to remember what they were doing on Friday and what I wanted them to do today, because that's my job. I was toying with the idea of flipping the camera around today. I might do that for the afternoon run. I was toying with doing it with one of these, in that split second between episode 1 and episode 2, I thought about it, and I thought about it during the running of episode 1, of maybe turning the thing around. I wonder about the thing where, is it a problem seeing license plates? I got to look that up, because you always see people blurring out license plates, and if I flip the camera around, you're going to see license plates. It's just a number. I don't know what the problem would be. Is there a privacy issue there? I don't know. If you know, write it in the comments. Or just call me and tell me. You know my number. I got your number, buddy. So the past couple days, the storm door outside my house has been systematically ripping my hair out. As I go out the door, it gets wrapped around the handle and pulls out. So if in the next few weeks I'm bald, it's because my storm door has been attacking me relentlessly. So anyway, if you've been following, I still have gout in my left toe. It's been over a week, which means maybe I should seek medical attention. I don't remember what you're supposed to do, but yeah, it's been over a week and it's still bothering me. It's the big knuckle connected to the knuckle on the left foot. The right side of my left foot where the big toe is. Red, inflamed, sensitive, painful, difficult to walk on. I know some of the things that set off gout, like seafood, which I don't think I've had any. Stuff. I think alcohol is one of the triggers, but it's not like I'm going to stop drinking alcohol. minutes. We're ending surprisingly early today. Do I often do 4 in the morning? I'm trying to remember. Like, there's really no point in starting a 4th one today, because if I did, it would be less than 10 minutes long. I again did not move any of the videos off my phone this weekend. I'm going to have to do it at some point during the week. I have to come home and just at least start moving some of the files off. I've literally filled over half my phone's hard drive. I've got a 1 terabyte hard drive on this phone, and it's more than half full with these ridiculous videos that I take every day. I also have the, I think I've mentioned this, I've got the storage situation at home where I'm going to run out of room on the hard drive at home for these videos as well. My wife pointed out they're on YouTube, so do you really need a backup copy? I said, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same quality. I don't know how easy it would be to download them if I needed them to do the editing and put them back up. So these are all good questions. But I don't have answers for you. That being said,